Dear colleague, usually I'm trying to come and visit you 3 times a year, but the logistic of the group today make it quite difficult. So I'm gonna come and twice a year and do a video once a year at the end of the year, just to give you an update of where we stand at Polycor, how things going. This video is only for employees, so please do not forward it to your colleagues or clients. It's just for your personal viewing. So the purpose is, we've been a group together for almost more than a year, and 2017 is going to end in about 3 weeks. I wanted to give you an update of where we stand, how things going, and tell you about the dynamic in the business. First, and they're going to show you an overhead to illustrate my purpose. The way we think about the business, we divide the business in 4 categories. 4 the quarries. The first one is the quarries. So those are all the Canadian quarries, the Rock of Ages US quarries, Albury in Virginia, St. Clair in Oklahoma, and the quartz quarry in Fairmont, which is north of Quebec. The second category, and it's about a third of our business, are the memorial division. So this is the Rock of Ages Berry plant, the Rock of Ages in BB, GIV since June, and the Georgia Marble plant, which is mainly dedicated to memorial as well. The third category we are presenting is what we call commercial and infrastructure. So those are stones that end up either in a plaza, in downtown area, on a building, inside a building. And this is the Canadian curbing, the border division, the Swenson curbing plant, and the tile division. And the last one is what we call residential renovation. So this is the second largest business in Polycor after memorial. This is the slab division in San Sebastian, the Vitrazo plant in Georgia, all the retail shops of Swenson, and the precision plant up in Canada. So this is how I'm going to talk about the various business: quarry, memorial, commercial and infrastructure, and residential renovation. To give you an overview of the entire group, okay, the revenue this year is up about 15% versus last year. So this is a healthy growth, and we include GIV in that growth, okay? We'll be close to $140 million in revenue, or 185 million Canadian for our Canadian colleagues. We are 860 employees total, 55% are in the US and 45% in Canada. In 2017, we've checked that, we became the largest stone company in the world in revenue, and most probably in profitability as well. Our profitability went up by 15% as well, like revenue between 2016 and 2017. A similar growth from 2015-2016. So the economy has been favorable to our industry in the last 2 to 3 years. We've done well, we've performed well. We have had some setbacks. We'll talk about it as I go along in each division, but overall this is how we performed this year. I want to tell you as well that we invested close to $10 million in equipment and development, which is necessary to build building our future together and sustain our growth, hopefully in the years coming ahead. So let me give you first a background about the 4 divisions. Let's start by the quarries. So when I talk about the quarries, those are the Rock of Ages quarries. So this is a Bessel White, Berry, the one in Carolinas, American Black. We are talking of the Canadian quarry of Polycor, Georgia Marble, Virginia, Oklahoma, and the quartz division in Fairmont. This is the only division in our company where revenue were down versus last year, about around 5 to 6%. Okay, the North American sales and intercompany sales went up because we had a healthy growth in memorial, curbings, and projects in the US and Canada. But in China and in Asia, the market was down for all exporters, including us. And unfortunately, we expect this to continue in 2018. In export, we've invested in new sales force for Europe and Middle East and Asia outside of China. They are starting to build and do specification, but this has not materialized into revenue yet. So in total, our revenue is slightly down versus 2016. Now, that doesn't mean it was done everywhere. In fact, the sales in Berry, in Georgia, or Woodbury are similar or even better than last year, but they are down in Bessels and in the Carolinas. The good news has been the cost of production across the board, whether it's in US or Canada, our quarries have become a lot more productive, a lot more efficient, some by as much as 20%. And I want to recognize the amazing job that was done in particular in Pennsylvania in the American Black Quarry, which has both increased the volume quite dramatically, but as well the cost. And I'm always amazed and surprised how Woodbury is doing. It's one of the best, if not the best, grey granite quarry in the world, you know, both in the volume it's able to extract and at such a low price. And Stansted has always been one of our stars, so it's among the lowest cost grey granite produced in the world, and certainly in North America. I want to also congratulate the people at the Cambrian Black Quarry. This is by far the best year ever, both in terms of quality, in terms of cost of production that went down, and the volume we've produced. I realize that all those good results are not by chance. It's a result of recent efforts, and I want to congratulate Eric and his team for their good work. Now, if we are talking about quartz, it's improving versus 2016, even if it's not where we want it to be, and it's far from where we want it to be. We quarry and we ship more quartz than ever, but the profitability of the plant in near Thetford mine is not satisfactory, and this will have to be addressed in 2018. And Alberine and St. Clair, where those are two recent acquisitions that are doing well. You know, Alberine Substone is probably the second best-selling stone in the slab division today after Cambrian. So this is a success that we've been encountered. And St. Clair, you know, it's a smooth, the quality of the product is good, everybody loves it. We are just at the beginning of the promotion of this product, but we expect it to be one of our stars in the coming years. As I speak, they will show you one of the projects. You know, of course, one of the fun part is to promote our stone to each other. I want to highlight we have had a few successes this year. One of them is a TD Tower in Toronto that was specified in Bethel White by the Polycor sales team, and the Parc Jean Drapeau in Montreal, which will be done in Berry Grey. Just to tell you that by being a bigger group, we are able to access new markets, and those two projects illustrate my purpose. Okay? So this was for the quarries. Let me tell you about the memorial division. So what I call memorial, this is a Berry plant, GIV, and the plant in BB and the plant in Georgia where we do the headstone for the Veterans Administration. You know that memorial market is flat because you have certainly increase in demographics, but people are getting cremated more and more. So we expect memorial market to be flat, and this year it's a market that has grown by the most. Okay, I think order intake is up 18% versus 2016 in the US at Berry. This means this year is going to be strong, but 2018 is going to be even stronger because a lot of the orders we've booked are not shipped yet. All products were up, okay? Monument, industrial product, but the strongest growth came from the mausoleums with order intake almost 50% higher than last year. It's not an easy market, but it is worth mentioning it has been a success story in 2017. Now, in Canada, which is more a mature market and where mausoleums are not sold, order intake was flat as we expect, but we still had a great year in BB because we had a lot of architectural projects that got produced there. You guys did a great job, and you can see the result of your product in Montreal on the mountain. It is quite nice, and this will continue in the coming years. You know, as we are pushing more and more, the commercial and infrastructure sales team is doing well, and we want to bring orders to the monument plant in BB and the Adru plant as well. And the precision plant did also quite well. I mean, they have had a great year. So in Canada, it was a good year. Georgia also had a strong and consistent year. You know, it has become one of the rock of the group. You know, it's predictable, strong performance, profitable. I come from there, so of course, personally, this is a source of daily satisfaction. We went through tough times together in Georgia, and I think Georgia Marble is one of the good examples of resilience and ability to recover from tough times. And for the guys in Georgia, we remain very proud of you guys, and you remain close to my heart. I have to mention about GIV, of course, and the fact that they joined us this year. It is probably a period of adaptation from them, to be part of a larger group, and I want to thank them for the effort. Having to produce monthly report, dealing with Stefan, that's a lot of challenges, but you guys are doing well so far. So welcome in the group again. And just to illustrate my purpose, those guys are supposed to show you a picture of a mausoleum. Mr. Tom Barrington and his team, congratulations for a great year. I'm always amazed how beautiful, how unique our expertise, and I'm happy that the customers recognize that. So this was it for Memorial. As you say, it's all happy. Let's talk about commercial infrastructure. This is Swenson Curbings, Canadian Curbings, as we say in French, bordure, and the tile division. On this market as well, this has gone well, and it will continue to do so in 2018. Okay, in the US, Leslie did an amazing job, and we will finish the curbing sales up 10% this year, despite having a very wet spring, and so there was a slow start of the season. The market is healthy, but what makes it even better is that our competition has some challenges. I'm not going to come into detail, but I'm telling you, I've always believed that Swenson was the best curbing company in North America, and this is starting to show up in the numbers. So we are heading into 2018 confident to have another very strong year. This has happened despite all the issues we have had at the Concord Quarry. Initially, at the beginning of the year, we had major production issue. You guys have done the proper effort to realign the quarry, and so we were heading for strong months in September and October, and then we get the crane accident, which is being addressed as we talk, but we believe that those issues are mostly behind us. We are investing in the new development, as you know, and the good news is, despite all those issues at Concord, because we have had such a great year at Woodbury and Stansted, they were able to compensate for the problems we had at Concord. So, in Canada, sales also are up 10%, and order intake has been very strong. I honestly believe we have by far the strongest sales team in the industry on this market, with Hugo and his team, and the strongest project management as well. So I think we've become very present on the market. People know us. We deliver good service, good follow-up with our clients, and we are becoming better and better at this. And the backlog is the strongest ever. Almost $11 million at the end of the year, and we're heading into 2018 confident to have the strongest year ever. There is always a challenge of knowing whether we're going to be able to fill up the plant during the winter months. You see the uncertainty we are as we head into 2018, but overall for the year we expect a very strong year. So this was for curbings and project. As you can see, we are very upbeat. This was a good year, and we're heading into an even better year next year. Now, if you're talking about tiles, it was not a great year for tiles. This is the nature of the business. It goes from up and downs, but we have a major project coming in Vancouver, and that should make 2018 a very good year after what was quite an ordinary year in 2017, knowing that 2016 was one of those great years at tiles. So this is the way it is at tiles. Now, to illustrate what we do, I asked the marketing team to show you a small video of one of the projects we finished this year called Killer Plaza in St. Louis. This is an amazing project. This is the things now we promote and we become good at it. This was a project brought by Brian Sonberg. Mr. Sonberg, chapeau. This is one of those projects. It's not our territory. This is supposed to be Cold Spring territory, and I'm very proud of this project. Okay, so this was it for commercial and infrastructure. I hope I'm not boring you too much. I wonder how many of you are still listening to my video. So for the very few that are still listening to me, here it is about residential renovation. I'm talking about Swenson Retail, the slab division, and Vetrado, okay? Swenson products are used, as you know, outside in the garden in New England. And the spring in 2017 in Green was wet, cold, and nobody felt like renovating their garden until probably June. So we had a rough start. But fall has been good. In fact, it has been very good. And we are going to finish 2017 slightly better than 2016, which was by far the best year ever at Swenson. So what was supposed to be a tough year because of weather is going to end up to be still a record year for the Swenson division. As you know, we identify Swenson Retail as a major area of growth for us, and we intend to invest in this division big time. We are opening 2 new stores in 2018. We intend to develop an ambitious dealer program in parallel, which will encompass both Swenson and Precision, under the leadership of Scott Herrick, who is the image and the identity of Swenson Retail. Slab now did quite well this year, and we did not expect it. You know, the granite slab business is a tough market, but we're doing it, guys. Every year is better than the previous year. Every year we sell more Cambrian than the previous years. And other guys in black granite are lowering their price, are struggling. We keep our price up and the volume goes up, okay? Which means we are doing the right thing. Alberine became the second best-selling product, so we are able to push and promote new addition to our product offering. And as you guys know, the now famous new polishing line has been ordered and is coming in 2018. So we believe so much in the future of slab that we are investing in it. Slab division is going to be slightly above the budget. This is a good year for slab, and I want to congratulate you for a good year. Now, to illustrate the residential renovation section, I asked the marketing team to show you an extract of the new Swenson video that we use to promote to the local TV channels in New England.
A family history with a bright future. At Swenson Granite Works, we believe in the value of a job well done. Whether do-it-yourself or professionally installed, our friendly team can help you select the perfect product to bring your project to life, allowing you and your family to gather around building lifelong memories embraced by the New England way. To truly stand the test of time, do it once, do it with stone.
This was about all the different divisions. As you can see, apart from the quarry division, we had a tough year in sales because of the lack of sales in Asia. We have had growth in all our sector, and we believe the dynamic going into 2018 is healthy. Let me talk to you now about a few other subjects. The first one is safety. This should remain our top and absolute priority. Too many times, rules are not applied, putting you and your colleagues at risk, and sometimes life in danger. So in 2018, we must and should see major improvement in our safety record. I count on all of you to make 2018 the safest year. I realize sometimes it's a bother because it's become an issue of productivity, but there is nothing that justifies for us to do things by putting our people's life in danger. So please be conscious about safety, and let's improve all together next year. Now, I'm talking to the US colleagues. As you have known, we've decided to put all the health insurance under the Granite Group. We did it because it was the most competitive offer for a similar service, okay? Now, we all understand that health costs are skyrocketing in the US, and in our company in particular. And I want to remind you, all of you, that it's not because we have an insurance that it means that services are free. If people spend too much money in health, it means that the insurance premium are going to go up the next year, okay? And increase price, we can increase price by 2 to 3% a year in good years. So if health costs increase 10 to 12% every year, you don't need to be a PhD in math to understand it doesn't work. So I'm inviting all of you to be conscious about health costs. It doesn't mean that you should not take care of yourself. It just remember that those have an impact on you, on us, on all of us, and to be mindful of cost when you use health services. When things go up, we all end up paying for it at one point. Personally, this has been one of the best years in my career. So we are building a great and strong company together. Building a strong company means building strong communities. You know, as you know, we employ people in rural area everywhere, not in downtown of big cities. So what we do is meaningful for the people who live around us, and it provides opportunity to our kids tomorrow to stay and grow where they were born. I want to thank my amazing management team at Polycor, at Rockoviches and Swenson. They are the best. We had a very busy year. They worked really hard in making the merger successful, and it worked, okay? And for a lot of them, for some of them, it was tough, but they did it, and I want to tell them my gratitude for their hard work, and my gratitude to all of you. So now, Christmas holidays are coming. Please have a well-deserved break with your family, if you have a family, with your friends, if you have friends, or with yourself, if you're on your own. But you all deserve a good time to rest, to be thankful for the life you have, and I'm looking forward to working with you in 2018. Thank you.